talking about, I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you talking all that shit about how I'm this and I'm that, and steadily trying to get back with me, you telling me I'm gonna miss you and all this other shit, but why every time I do something that you don't like, you want to keep running telling people about the shit that I do, you know? And it's like, how can we have a real relationship if you keep running telling people about our problems?
You're right, man. You're right.
Great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off each defender. Traffic intercepted. Marcus made the pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Oh, Pat.
I love that bitch, man.
I know.
But she fucking just fucking no, bro.
I know, nigga. I know you love her. It's just like it's one of those situations where it's like, damn, just let shit be what it is. Like, why you keep going so hard for nothing? It ain't like you completely left her. You know what I'm saying? It just seems to control everything that she can't control, so she's panicking about shit. And it's like she over here, she already judging. It's basically like she already got the scenario running through her head just in case if it actually do happen. You're gonna fuck up a picture, you're gonna do all this shit. I know this is what you're gonna do.
She just, man, shit. Like, I ain't crazy, nigga. I ain't gonna leave somebody who's,
And I will. Yes.
You know, sometimes things just work out. We're like soothsayers here.
Oh, look at that. Because you need the ball back against the other Jets.
You cannot risk letting them get another field goal.
Oh, brother, they're just having fun out there, man. You know? They're just setting it up for Le'Veon to plow them down in the second half in a revenge game. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it.
The Chiefs have scored more in 3 home games this year than the Jets have scored in all 7 of their games.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Tommy Townsend to Byron Pringle on the fake punt there on 4th down to Marcus Robinson. You can see there back in the ball game.
Patrick Mahomes. What a laser beam. What a laser beam. I mean, that was...
Good job.
That's going to cost him some money.
I don't know.
You're not allowed to do that?
Yeah, different time.
I think in the age of COVID, it might be even a worse time. Like, hey, fans, let me come say hi.
Just a bunch of tarps, dude.
No, thank you. This is helping, I think, our Bell play, by the way. Jump out to an early lead, positive game script for the second half, lots of rushing opportunities where you can very specifically give it to the guy that you want to give it to because there's no, you're not trying to win the game anymore. I like it. And a Butker point for me in season-long leagues. I'm here for it.
Colts coming up with 3rd down here. 3rd and 8 to be exact. Let's listen in live.
3rd down and 8. Rivers fires wide open. Mo Cox. And that's going to be very close to a 1st down.
What the fuck is that?
Ali Cox missed the last game because of a knee injury. He was questionable today, but he's got enough to move the chains.
And you talked about knee injury. He's limping a little bit coming off the field because when the guy's that big, you're going to go low on him. And watch as he goes for the 1st down. These defensive backs, you've got to go low to kind of take him down and right on that right knee.
Well, there's Jeff Okuda coming in to go low on Mo Ali Cox. On a fresh set of downs for Rivers.
Usually got to hit me right out there in the slot.
And Rivers had to call a timeout as the play clock was about to expire. We'll be back in Phoenix.
Let's go to game 5. That's Pittsburgh and Baltimore as they are in the red zone. JK Dobbins keeping his feet. Nice run there by the rook out of Ohio State.
JK does not stand for just kidding today.
Yeah, he needed more opportunities, period. I mean, he's been clearly, to me anyway, their most explosive player in the backfield. But they just keep that rotation going, though.
Amen, Coach. Let's listen live.
And knocked out by Hayward near the line. So we just get an injury update from Tracy.
Well, Jim, one note, the Pittsburgh Steelers right now playing without Tyson Alualu, who is dealing with a right knee injury on the bench with an ice pack in it. Deontay Johnson was in the blue tent. They were looking at his hamstring, and I just got word that Tyree Phillips has a right ankle injury, and his return is questionable.
Well, Alu, you see him there. He's been really an underrated star of this defense.
Jim, you're right. This is a huge thing because now all of a sudden you got Bucks going against Skura, and I think that you can run inside now for Baltimore.
2nd and 6. Jackson has the ball back out of his hands. Still down. Fight for it at the 3, and I think the Steelers have it.
That's why they don't blow the whistle. They're not sure, right? But it's got a chance to be a fumble. I think this is a fumble, too. It looked like it.
Pittsburgh gets a takeaway of its own with the recovery. It's Dupree who knocks it out of his hand.
Unreal.
Keep you updated to see if that was a fumble. 2nd and 4 here for the Titans after that Ryan Tannehill interception in the end zone. He was perfect. Oh, what a great catch by Corey Davis. Wow. Are you serious?
Okay.
Wow.
I've not seen enough of those plays from Corey Davis throughout his career, but right. A.J. Brown has been a beast.
He has been a welcome addition, has the 2nd-round draft pick out of Ole Miss. Yeah, A.J. Brown and DK Metcalf on the same team in college, and Ole Miss won like 4 games.
I know, isn't that crazy? You know, Corey Davis, by the way, has very quietly posted 11-plus fantasy points in each of his 4 games this year.
Really? Yeah, that's great if you look average.
Hey, listen, for Corey Davis, you'll take it. You will take it. Because he has been absolutely irrelevant for most of his career. But no, A.J. Brown, I was talking about beasting, last 3 games has gone over 21 fantasy points in 3 weeks consecutively. Yep. Yes, he has.
Derrick Henry picking up a couple of yards on the previous play. He has 1,407 rushing yards after contact in the last calendar year. No other player has that many rushing yards in that time.
After contact in the last calendar year? That's staggering.
1,407 after contact.
That's incredible.
3rd and 7.
I should credit that stat.
There you go. Yeah, I love that, how you attribute the stat. 3rd and 7 coming up here for Tennessee. Let's listen live.
For even Khalif Raymond, who had a huge game against Minnesota. So far in this game, it seems to be Davis is the featured target for Ryan Tannehill.
Jeremy McNichols, long setback, 3rd and 7. Tannehill hit on a release. It's low and incomplete. Looking for Adam Humphries, but that pressure getting to Tannehill affected the throw certainly there. as Carl Lawson was coming with the heat for the Bengals.
This is what they need. Carl Lawson, really, when you watch Cincinnati, he's the only player who has been able to generate any pressure for Cincinnati this season. They need more plays like that. Getting around the edge and getting to Tannehill, forcing the errant throw if they want to be successful on defense. Great play by Lawson.
Well, for all of Gostkowski's struggles this season, he's been perfect from 50+, 5 for 5. And this one from 53, winding, and it is no good. Tough kicking conditions. We mentioned the wind.
All right, take it to Miami now. Dolphins, Rams, Tua Tagovailoa's first NFL start against Aaron Donald and company.
Jalen Ramsey, although I think Jalen Ramsey did get banged up in this game.
10 yards for the Dolphins so far. We talked about this one a little bit in the pregame, and the Dolphins options that you liked here. I highlighted Gesicki just because that's the one position group that the Rams are not consistently good at shutting down.
Here's Tua on a scramble. Can't take too many of those hits, kid. Gotta go down.
Needs to learn quickly from Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson.
Right.
Talk to the baseball guys.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones who don't get these big hits. And Tua has not protected himself very well, obviously dating back to Alabama. He got injured last year trying to make a play when he should have just given up on the play.
By the way, I talked about Jalen Ramsey. He has not played in this game yet because he is in the locker room with an illness. He is questionable to return.
Wow.
So that's that could be a big boost for the pass catchers there, especially Devontae Parker.
3rd and 5 here for Tua. Going to take a shot up the sideline. Gesicki, does he hit?
That's intercepted.
Not haul it in. That might be a pick.
I think that's a pick.
No, hit the ground, they're saying.
Okay. See, Gesicki needed to go get that and grab it. Gesicki had been working with Tua on the scout team this year.
That's good defense. I don't think that's Gesicki's fault right there.
That's just great D, man. That is great D. By the way, injury in Minnesota, one of their cornerbacks, Cameron Dantzler, was carted off.
Ooh. And he was just added from the COVID list.
Right. And they're already down a couple of starters already. I mean, they are literally running a practice squad defense out there in Minnesota.
Yeah, Holton Hill is out. And also former #1 pick, Mike Hughes is out.
Look at Aaron Rodgers, 6 for 6 to start this. Is he going to have an incompletion in this game? He might not.
Maybe not. There's Jeff Gladney.
He is underwhelmed considerably.
He threw the ball 44 times in their week 1 meeting. I'm curious to see how the wind in that game potentially affects just how much they go to the air in this one.
This game has a lot of wind here in the red zone or the Browns at 1st and 10. Let's listen live.
For Kareem Hunt this season, most of the league. I'm not going to get 10-yard team. He's buried by Nicholas Morrow back at the 23-yard line.
And we talked about Coolidge right there. That time, Wills, number 71, was just slow getting there. And so he actually cut off Kareem Hunt when Hunt wouldn't get to the hole. He's done a good job, though, for a rookie. He's getting better and better.
Great future. There's an injured Raider while they tend to bury first. We'll step aside.
Commercial coming up here. Moving on to Kansas City, 14-3 over the Jets, and the Jets on the move here on 1st and 15. I use the term on the move lightly anytime I talk about the team running these Jets units.
Well, they did have a big earlier on this drive completion to Denzel Mims, a 27-yarder.
Yep.
Which brings us to an interesting conversation, I think, about this Jets offense, because you don't have Crowder, you don't have Perriman, you have Denzel Mims, this rookie who we didn't get to see for a long time because he was on IR. What do you think he'll look like in this offense?
I think Denzel Mims gives them a presence on the outside that they've been looking for, obviously. That's why they use the #1 pick on him. That's why they added Rashad Perriman in free agency. Perriman inactive again. It's unbelievable the injury issues that he's had. And I saw something from Mims last week. I was talking about it on the radio quite a bit. Like, I saw some juice.
Yeah.
Mims had James Coe. He had a 30% target share last week, and he ran around on 79% of Sam Darnold's dropbacks.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, no, he can play. Bottom line is, if you watch him play at Baylor, he's a playmaker. Huge catch radius. I like him. I like him a lot. Yeah.
Is he playable in fantasy right now in the way that Jamison Crowder is? Like, do you expect him to just get volume like that makes him one of the top wide receivers potentially, since they'll be throwing the ball the entire game?
I think so. That's why I liked him as a sleeper this week, for sure.
Such a different type of receiver, too, than Jamison Crowder. Much bigger than I thought. 6'3", about 210 pounds to be, obviously, with the Rams and the Dolphins. Now, 2nd and 2.
Oh, my goodness. Look at Goff's line.
Wide receiver set here, pressure coming. Talk about field position for the Dolphins. They're right at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, we thought Jared Goff was going to be a real sneaky quarterback this year. It looked great early on.
Sure.
But lately, they're kind of telling us what they think of Goff. Like, they want to limit Jared Goff. They want this to be a ball control, run-heavy offense that limits Jared Goff's dropbacks.
I don't know that they want to limit the dropbacks, but they want to utilize play action, which is what they did when they went to the Super Bowl when they were so successful, right? Christian Wilkins, by the way, the guy was with the pick here, the big fella. Dream come true getting a pick like that.
Oh, screens and shit, man.
He averaged 8.9 YPA or better in the first 3 games. I'm like, all right, here we go.
Right.
Since then, 6.6 YPA.
That's not good.
With fewer than 220 passes in 3 of his last 4 games as they manage him and ask him to hand the ball off a lot.
The fact that they don't have a bell cow back, that they're doing this running back by committee thing, does that impact him at all?
Goff?
Yeah.
I think they're committed to run the ball with whomever.
I actually really like their run game. I like it a lot.
But do you think it impacts Goff at all, or no?
I think it helps
the way that they're using the running back.
I think it helps him, honestly.
I just think, Guru, I understand your point, but you look at their last 3 games, Washington, 49ers, Bears. Those are all pretty solid defenses. I don't know if maybe that's impacted the game plan a little bit for what they're trying to do.
I mean, and I will also say this. Goff historically, on the road, especially, you know, an early start for him, those things tend to not line up great.
Goff is tricky, though, because he's a very talented guy. You know, when the offense is rolling,
streaky,
touch timing, he's got it all. He can make all the throws. But you don't want him dropping back too much. You want him to stay within that structure. You don't want to put too much on his plate. I do believe that they kind of know that about Jared Goff.
Also, from a matchup standpoint, giving the Dolphins D a little bit of credit. A couple of us saw this coming, maybe a little bit. Not really. The Dolphins defense is allowing the 9th fewest fantasy points to wide receivers in the last 4 weeks. So, you know, it's not like he's playing against a defense that's been a sieve in that regard.
Look, those 2 cornerbacks that Miami has, it's the highest paid cornerback combo in the league. Great throw.
Nice throw, yeah.
Xavier Howard.
Xavier Howard
hasn't allowed a single yard in coverage in 3 different games this year.
Boom.
It's the guy probably Robert Woods is going to see a lot of him.
I mean, there's a reason why Robert Woods had to score on a rushing touchdown. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Xavier Howard.
You're not supposed to eat popcorn, Jay.
Coming out of Miami on the trade block, and then the team comes out and vehemently denies that.
Did he leave already?
The case. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that
he
plays
knows
out.
he ain't supposed to be eating that damn popcorn.
Now down in the red zone. Under a minute remaining.
He's got
in the
some
first quarter.
fucking
First and goal
weird
from the
thing
7.
where he can't
down.
No, not that.
Target by Lawler, shallow pass.
Some stuff, yeah. Approximately, yeah.
What? I know they try to get him because the defensive line is so quick. You try to sneak in Myles Gaskin with a quick little shovel pass and hit one of those seams. But man, that one's a dangerous one. It's like one of those, Kenny, you try it once, it doesn't work. All right, we're done with that. We'll throw that one out. We'll move on to another play.
Cross that one off the list.
Yeah, it's done. It's gone.
2nd and goal. Here's Gaskin, cuts to the outside. Picks out the 5-yard line.
run at the 3. So what do you look for here?
What the fuck, man?
He had a good rapport with his tight ends in the red zone. He was really getting them the football. Tua, I haven't seen him go too much to the tight end except for on these, easy throws on the boot action. Here, I can see a one-on-one battle, a nice jump ball or fade route, either up top to Devontae Parker with the one-on-one coverage.
This nigga, man.
Catch made by Devontae Parker. Can we talk about the accuracy, Terry? That's going to be defensive QI.
Pass interference. Defense, number 25. Pass interference with 5. As long as the play is a touchdown.
So it was the first NFL touchdown pass for Tua. Tagovailoa. You see him with the ball. He's going to frame that. Save it and let's talk about the accuracy right here. Devontae Parker can motion in, and again, this prevents the press man. And as soon as he turns around, look at that! Wow! Great concentration. He takes the hit. Tua puts it on the money. And once again, they're targeting Jalen Ramsey's replacement. That's right, David Long. And for the fans, it's not necessarily Jalen Ramsey on the outside. It's really that they had Darius Williams that would be on the outside, who does a very good job, and Jalen Ramsey would be on that number 2 and number 3 receiver. Jason Sanders, AFC Special Teams Player of the Month. He connects on the extra point.
I take it to Detroit. Update on this Colts-Lions matchup inside. One of the matchups that we can count on whether or not being a factor. Can we count on Nyheim Hines being a factor? That is his only catch of the game so far. 22-yard. Whoa!
How did he get in? Oh, the guy's got some jumps.
Goodness. Okay. 22-yard touchdown for him.
Does he have like a gymnastics background? Because that was too good.
Yeah, apparently he must.
Second and 8, they're going to be a couple yards shot.
Rodgers, of course, starting 9 for 9, throwing the ball.
Real quick to get back to one note I want to get in about the Colts offense so far.
Right.
They have completed 11 completions for Phillip Rivers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different receivers.
11 completions, 10 receivers?
Yes.
That's insane.
At the 11-minute mark at the second quarter. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. They activated Michael Pittman.
Yes, he has one catch.
There you go. I think Rodgers, again, is just, he's on fire right now, man. 9 for 9. But again, where is the defense going to really come from? Their defensive line, no Yannick Ngakoue. A lot of practice squad guys elevated to the secondary. They lost one of their starters, Cameron Dantzler. It's an impossible situation for this Minnesota Vikings defense. Their front, their D-line is literally the least identical D-line in football based on names. Shamar Stephen, Jaleel Johnson, Jalen Holmes. These are all practice squad guys. It's really incredible.
And when you...
Touchdown. Oh.
So you look at if the lack of ability to generate a pass rush, and you take into consideration that this is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, when he has a clean pocket this year, has a 16-2 touchdown-interception ratio and a 128 passer rating.
Amazing.
This is, just on paper, looks like a matchup that should be all Packers.
Right. And the only thing that scared people off a bit was the weather. There was supposed to be, obviously, there's no rain or precipitation, but some wind anticipated in this game.
It'll be interesting to see
How, man? How?
They're not going to make some more moves at the trade deadline. Some rumblings about Mike Zimmer's future, which Rodgers dismissed pretty aggressively earlier in the week. But they might be sellers. A third down coming up here for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers as they threaten to score who will get the touchdown, because it feels like a question of when and not if we'll listen and not
direction. And then all of a sudden, you'll see the running back come through. They'll ride that zone read back through the opposite direction. So now you've got to readjust and come to the other side. So it's being able to coordinate your entire defensive front on the fly. And when you're young like the Vikings are, that's going to be difficult.
On third down, three-man rush. Rodgers flushed out of the pocket. Now a fourth rusher comes, throws on the run, complete, and near a first down that time is Williams. We'll see where they mark him. It looks like he's going to be a half a yard short as Kendricks was there again. He's got 9 tackles already, and now I think it's going to be another 4th in inches.
Good tackle by Eric Kendricks there, but a good job by Jalen Holmes. One of the things that Mike Zimmer emphasized all this week, I'm sure Andre Patterson as well, his defensive line coach, we cannot get beyond Aaron Rodgers. Put his foot in the ground, came back inside.
Their other 4th down in this game, 3 tight ends they go. Trying to draw him off, didn't work. Give it to Williams, who's stacked at the line. Did he get enough? Boy, is it close. Kendricks again, along with a Fedebo, but now the mark. I mean, he was right on it. And they are going to give him the first down. Packers got to hustle the line so they don't review it, and they'll snap a play. So that's that. Rodgers on the fake, rolling, pumping, throwing, and it's incomplete. Valdez skittling the intended receiver, but there's a flag as Jeff Gladney was there on the coverage.
Pass interference. Defense, number 20. Ball is placed at the 1-yard line. Automatic first down.
Yeah, stumbling coming out of that break. You can see he's got a handful of jerseys. He almost makes a tackle on Scantling.
So how about Green Bay, Daryl? I mean, there are 2 4th downs they've converted. The second long, this is the 16th play of this drive coming up. And the time of possession, obviously a big difference. Negating these wins. And we get a penalty flag.
Looks like 12 for Minnesota.
Yeah.
What was that? Come on, man.
Well, it gives them about 7 inches. They were just at the 1 anyway, so there you go. Let's go back and look at the 4th down, though. The Packers, they gave it to him, and they did a quick count and like it, or you can review it. Really close. Needed a half yard. Probably got it. It's a moot point now. 1st and goal. Rodgers, the fake throws. It's caught. Touchdown. Devontae Adams, number 2.
Doing well. Titans not so much. Just lost their first game of the year last week to the Steelers, and now they are trailing the Cincinnati Bengals 10-0. That is Samaje Perine with the 1-yard touchdown. Not Samaje.
Oh boy. By the way, I really liked him coming out of college. I just thought he never got the right opportunity. Will this be the right opportunity for him? We shall see. Well, if you took Samaje Perine over Michael in your Perine family fantasy league, you're doing well, man. You're doing well.
In the Perine fantasy league, they have them both in the lineup. Samaje, if you remember, a former pickup.
Fucking go, nigga. Let's go. Fuck, man. Nigga over there doing some fuck shit, man. Again, lucky, nigga.
Browns and Raiders, 2nd and 8 coming up for Derek. All right, let's listen live here on the 19th. It's David to begin with.
After contact, tossing it forward near the 12-yard line.
Right, this is just power football for the Raiders, and you're going to see these guys again, the ability to stay in blocks. That means stay on blocks right there. Whitmer doesn't hit Claiborne, but he gets him enough to alter his direction, which creates a hole for Josh Jacobs to burst through in the leg power as B.J. Goodson wrestles him down.
Come on, man.
Reese, why you got a little rat dog?
Shit, man. What the fuck?
That was rude. That was actually really mean. I'll never forgive you.
You're winning the line of scrimmage. You won your last 4th down push. You got Ingold in there.
Probably.
Yo, this is bullshit, man.
That might be something to think about. But they're winning the battle up front, so punching them out. And if you're the Browns, if I'm in that Browns defensive line, we got to be better. Hold up, man. Pushing that
Fuck, man. Why you jump, man? The fucking jump. Oh my God, this game, bro.
Why would he say that? What did Ty snitch about?
Lucky.
Second down, Sam Young, who had started at right tackle, he's back with a first-half knee injury last week in team position, so Brandon Parker in there right now.
Yeah, Young on the sideline trying to walk it off. Right, I mean, they're decimated at that right tackle position. We talked about those spots that are going to happen. Chuck Brown left
Nigga falling forward and all type of shit.
Upside down.
He's going to start inside this, work right out to the boundary lane by getting his eyes on the quarterback and reading that quarterback. It's just a beautiful job. Knowing you're not going to get there with your pass rush, and what to get.
God, this nigga with this running back, bro.
The NFL launched NFL Votes to empower and improve our communities through exercising the right to vote. Join the NFL family by making your game time today and making your voice heard this Tuesday. Visit NFL.com/votes to learn more.
I actually voted last week in early voting, and it was a great turnout. We had an hour and a half.
This nigga love.
Good to see. Think it should be a very busy day. Yeah. Exercise your civic responsibility. I think it's responsibility to vote.
Fuck out of here with that shit, nigga. Let's go! Can I get a block, man? Fuck.
This is just a really well-thrown ball by Carr, and quite frankly, you know, you have to be able to get 2 feet at the
Lenny, what the fuck was that? God, man. My God, bro.
We're going to challenge this one.
I'd be beat myself.
Is on the field, and John Gruden says, let's take a look at this and see if it's a touchdown. Watch that. That's really close.
God, nigga, oh my God.
Big pass in the end zone. Wow.
I think it comes down to where the toe lands. Watch the toe. Is he in or is he out? We'll find out after the timeout.
All right, Ravens star left tackle Ronnie Stanley was carted from the field. This is a guy that just signed a $98 million contract with $70 million in guarantees. He also protects Lamar Jackson's blind side. So let's take a look at this play. He's pass protecting.
Just had a nerd question for him.
Whip into his leg right there.
I hope so. He better go there and actually
They
do
put a
it.
large knee brace on him.
Post that
And
shit
there's
online.
two things that can happen. When you're rolled up like that, you can get your MCL and also your ACL. The other thing that I worry about is sometimes when a player takes a blow.
Come on, bro.
It stretches the MCL, but it also can result in a fracture of this bone right here. It's called the lateral tibial plateau. Either one of those injuries, either an MCL, ACL, or a tibial plateau fracture, would end this season, and it looks like that kind of injury to me looking at that video. So let's head back to Baltimore.
The opponent's rushing attack in recent weeks.
Well, yeah, and this is what I said earlier. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. The Ravens, the 94 allowed, but he's big in there. He's playing outstanding, and now it's like you have a guy that you feel like you can move on the inside a little bit. You just saw it there.
You saw Mark Ingram on the sideline again, inactive with an ankle scrap. Suffered in the Philly game. Oh, there's a big gap for Dobbins. And he's down to about the 36. Nice job of opening up a hole there by Bradley Bozeman. Picks up 12.
Yeah, this is the same thing. Watch the inside. Dobbs got to get across there, and he doesn't. And that's, or Bucks, I'm sorry, Bucks has to get across there, and that's the part where you miss that, because this team, if they can move you, and one guy's late, the whole defense doesn't really work together quite the same.
Matt Skura holding on to his block about 8 yards down the field, the center. Good job. Here's a 1st and 10. This time the Steelers make quick contact, but Tompkins able to fall forward for 3 more.
Give Greg Roman credit. Great job. Now they're starting to adjust this inside running game and use it just a little bit different where they're changing responsibility, Jim. So remember earlier, we talked about there's Greg Roman, offensive coordinator for Baltimore, bringing a lot of the stuff he did with Kaepernick over here with Lamar Jackson, and they know all these little rules to it, so they've adjusted now.
They've already got over 100 yards on the ground,
which is shocking against this defense,
no
right?
question. And it's the 30th straight game.
Come on, man. Y'all fucking bullshit, man.
As Jackson peels off another big chunk for 14.
Well, they've been waiting over and over. It's just a dive, right? Just a dive. We push the handball right up the middle. Whose responsibility is to take the quarterback? Dupree, go. What are you doing? He tried to play in between. And remember, Watt, he kept showing you, go right to the quarterback. Him and Dupree's job. When he's coming your way, you take him. If you're a little in between, Lamar's done this way too many times.
He's going to beat you.
He's going to beat you.
There is no in between.
You can't. You gotta go and trust your teammates.
Now first down to the 20. Thomas flipping outside, goes back inside and to it. Slams him down at about the 16. So they're just running the football down the field.
And really, the passing game has hurt them in Baltimore. Other than that, they've controlled, the line of scrimmage more than anybody thought coming in. But they've been doing this for 2 years. It's like
Greg Roman designed it.
Yes. Came in, coaching staff, all the guys around him come up with all the unique stuff, and they're very exotically simple. They know how to adjust their rules to these plays very fast on how the defense is playing.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Open at the 10. It's Andrews. To the 6 and 1st and goal. Another 10-yard play for the Ravens.
Just a lot of stuff coming at you. Another dive fake, and then Andrews, who's their #1 target.
Real quick, in between plays here, Titans on the board. This is a Derrick Henry 3-yard run, and now we've got a 3-point game in Cincinnati. to back up first and goal here.
I just seen that.
And the one the Boykins in the first quarter was just the third to a wide out.
That's
So
great.
this is
That's
where
great.
Lamar likes to go. Either Boyle or Andrews or keep it up the middle. Is he down or is he in? They're saying he's down. Just shy.
Listen, bro, he took a wicked shot there. That's toughness right there. He knows it. Watch this right at the end. Oh,
that's Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, he's
God, bro.
Well, he has taken some hits in this game.
Oh man, he's a tough kid. Now, tell you, that's the one thing. Once you're a runner, you are a runner. You don't get protected. The quarterback only gets protected. You know, they do protect the quarterback when he's passing before the quarterback.
Here's the handoff up the middle, and Edwards powers across for the touchdown. You lose two starters on that offensive line, and you say, you know what? The subs and all, let's go make a statement and let's dominate the line of scrimmage.
Rough outing for the Detroit Lions today. Just 46 net yards with 5 minutes to go in the first half, and they are trailing by 7. Thanks to a Jack Doyle 7 yards out, his only catch of the game so far. And he makes it count. Remember, this is the offense that's spreading the ball around. All the receivers
Hey Jay, when that game's over, come play Rogue with me.
Here, Miles Gaskin with a fumble on a huge hit by Taylor Rapp of the Rams, his former Washington Huskies. Prime there. So the Rams threatening to score. Oh! What was that?
Miami DST!
Scoop! And score!
Oh, baby.
The Rams offense is having just, and Rams touchdown? Nope, I bet you have that queued up because it looked like it should have been a Rams touchdown on the other end, but no, this is not a Rams touchdown. That was the Dolphins, and we're all surprised by that. 14-7 edge going Miami's way right now.
Told you were going to be excited.
I was excited. Thank you very much. And I know you're excited, too.
Hey, James Coe, weird development in this game. Jair Alexander has been shadow coveraging the rookie. Wow. I'm feeling interesting.
That is interesting. Oh, look at the weather coming in.
You guys?
Snow,
look at the
sleet.
Look at the weather coming in.
Down in Cleveland.
Well, we saw the wind affect a 41-yard field goal attempt earlier, and now we've got some snow. This is awesome.
Football weather in the Midwest.
I mean, it's great to see visually. Terrible for your fantasy team.
That's
terrible. No, it hasn't been terrible for our pack stack.
That's true.
When it comes to Aaron Rodgers, who is still passing it despite 25-mile-per-hour gusts. He's 11 for 12 for 78 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Are you serious?
15. Baker has to dump it off. And that's going to go incomplete. A lot of people like Kareem Hunt in their lineups today.
He said, yeah, I like
18
it.
yards, 7 carries, 36 in total so far. And leading receiver for the Browns in terms of yardage, David Jones.
You don't like meatloaf, though. Make him eat it.
Yeah, not Rashard Higgins, who I plugged in, who was their big guy last week after OBJ went out. He's been targeted 2 times, has 0 touches in this game so far.
By Josh Allen on the move. Gonna go for the first down.
It's a struggle. It is a struggle. We are all aboard the struggle bus for the most part today in these early games thus far. Other than like Tyreek with the tutty, Devontae doing whatever he wants with Rodgers. That's about it.
I do think that Diggs is going to have a really nice day today, though.
Also, I should point out in our DFS contest that Co and I are about 20 points up on the rest of you guys. So not all of us are struggling the same.
That's good. No, get all the positivity out of the first half.
It's all because of that Miami defense.
Jay don't like Raisinette.
It's so funny. You know, defense really doesn't matter in fantasy.
I said Jay
for the
don't
most
like
part,
Raisinette.
In DFS, if you can find a scoring D, that'll put you up 99 times out of 100.
What?
That's accurate.
God, bro.
Jay, I'm sure we would believe how much cornbread you ate yesterday.
Right now, he is a top 25 fantasy wide receiver. You know why? Defenses playing a lot of zone, keeping those safety backs. Darren, Josh Allen, the No. Yep, that's it.
Back in Cincinnati with the Bengals on top of the Titans by 3, just under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Look at the Joe Burrow numbers, as I'm trying to say.
Come on, bro.
Come thus far, there haven't been any kind of offensive explosions. We've seen in a lot of games around the NFL. There are 3-4 games where only 17 points have been scored so far in the first half.
Yeah, and this one here, the weather isn't that bad. It's a little windy. The bigger issue would be the Bengals being down 3 starters on the O-line. Little A.J. Green coming off his last 2 weeks where he's literally shown signs of life.
Yeah, that being said,
that's crazy.
Defensively, Tennessee has managed to rack up exactly 0 sacks with those 3 starters out.
Yeah, I know.
Which has been a problem for that defense for the entire season so far.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
Hey guys, I have an update for you that is going to further
Miami
defense. This is the punt returned for touchdown. Jakeem Grant. This
bro.
DST is coming in huge. 2 touchdowns for the Miami DST. Come on now.
We are brilliant.
What were they, like the 3rd or 4th cheapest defense?
They were so cheap, yeah, and that's pretty much the only reason we started them, but it worked out. Sometimes that just happens. Let's listen in live. 1st and 10 for the Vikings.
First down, Dalvin Cook gets through. Dalvin Cook working down to the 10. Boy, is he fun to watch. Close to a first down. Got some good blocking, too, from Irv Smith.
Yeah, just a really nice job of trusting the guys in front of you because he's just going to continue to press the hole. He's going to have faith that his guys are going to get the job done. He really doesn't come off that line. You can see right there. Nice job by Irv Smith Jr. right there. He helps on the outside and then climbs up to Josh Jackson.
Dalvin Cook now 10 carries, 63 yards rushing. Give it to him again. Cut back Cook. Right up the middle on a 1st and goal.
So you saw the last one, he's pressing, he's trusting everybody. This one, he's going to press it, but he's going to put his foot in the ground and just...
Back in Baltimore with the Steelers, 2nd and 4. Steelers going to keep it on the ground here with James Conner trying to be a patient runner, but that was costing him about 3 yards.
That was not a good run at all. Wow.
And we are hearing this, that Deontay Johnson is now back in the game. So
that's good.
See a little scrum here on the sideline.
Of course you are. Deontay Johnson is doing everything he can, though, to be known as the new Will Fuller in terms of fantasy football, wide receivers who blow up and then break our hearts by getting injured. But good to see him back.
What do you do with Claypool and Juju in this one? What was your approach from a fantasy standpoint?
Well, look, Deontay Johnson's had 3 healthy games this year, and he's been the #1 by far. Well over a 30% target share. So I think you must proceed, assuming he's relatively healthy, with the notion, with the position that Deontay Johnson is the #1 receiver, and that Chase Claypool is a 3rd rotational guy.
So then do you play the other 2 guys? I mean, from this matchup, do you just sit them down because of the tough matchup against the Ravens defense? What was your approach in terms of the other fantasy options outside of Johnson?
I did use Deontay myself in our DFS. He was a little cheap. That was a function of no Juju. I did not want Juju today. He was my top fade. He does not even have a target in the game.
We're going to be back to mixed martial arts in that game in a moment. Right now checking with the Jets and Chiefs. And the Chiefs are, once again, inside the 30. A Marcus Robinson touchdown would be extremely tasty at this juncture.
I mean, the fact that this is not an absolute complete blowout, I think that's a surprise.
Yeah, well, Bell got stuffed on a 3rd down earlier by the Jets defense. That's not going to help his cause to get a lot of touches in the second half. They need to pull away.
There's Kelsey.
Kelsey picks up the 1st down, and now inside the 10 for the Chiefs. Let's listen in live.
By Avery Williamson, he picks up 17 on 3rd and 13, 1st and goal.
Well, there's 2 reasons why you need to have somebody covering Travis Kelce. Number one, he's in the red zone, right? You're down in there around the 10-yard line, and the fact that it's third down, which Mahomes is going to look for him in both those situations. Third down, he looks for him a lot. Red zone, he looks for him a lot. That time, the Jets have 3 defenders in the zone coverage, but nobody covers them. He's able to pick up an easy first down.
Chiefs have scored on every red zone appearance this season. Bay in Tampa Bay, first and goal, Mahomes. Edwards here, evasive and down with the hit by Williamson to about the 3, maybe the 2 of the Jets. Winding down the first half. The Jets have 1 timeout, Chiefs have 3. That was a gain of 5.
I was keeping an eye on the sideline, Kevin, as you were saying that, keeping my eye on Le'Veon Bell to see if Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy, even though they said they're not going to change anything up, you know, hey, let's put him in and see if something can happen, but not right now, not on this thing.
Mahomes has thrown 2 touchdown passes already. And now he has thrown 3. Touchdown.
Hey, we've got the Vikings at the goal line. We've got the Vikings in the end zone.
Dalvin Cook again, number 2.
All right.
Look at these guys keeping it close because the run defense for Green Bay is just abysmal.
Think so?
Yeah, Dalvin Cook, 13 rush attempts for 74 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Amazing.
In the first half. Ooh, that's true. Good point.
Yeah, Doc making the point that it's good for the pack stack because it'll keep them throwing the ball, which I agree with.
Nah, that wouldn't make sense. That's not the pace.
Okay, so kick is good, and we're all tied up there in Green Bay, and Cincinnati with a 3-point lead against the Titans. It's at the 2-minute mark, so we'll go to commercial there. So we're going to take you to Baltimore, where the Ravens have a 7-point lead over the Steelers, who have struggled to get things going offensively in this one, a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, this game has been an absolute struggle. A lot of turnovers, a lot of bad passes in this game, too.
Steelers still with 66 net yards on 18 offensive plays. You know, Baltimore's had the ball 31 offensive plays.
This is a little bit of a surprise by how poorly Ben Roethlisberger is playing. He's now 4 of 10 throwing the ball for 24 yards.
Well, let's not forget he did have 3 second-half interceptions last week.
That's true. Continuing that trend, which is not great at all. And then you look at the receiving room, Chase Claypool leads the way. 2 receptions for 17 yards total. We got nothing from Deontay Johnson. He's got 1 target on the game thus far, and just nothing. Nothing offensive.
Juju hasn't been targeted. Nope. So did I miss something happening to Juju?
Yeah, I had him as my top fade.
I know. There you go. I put it on a tee for you. You hit it out of the park, my friend. Exactly.
Thank you. And by the way,
it's a bad matchup for Juju. Ravens have allowed no touchdowns in the entire year to slot receivers. Of course, we all know that's where he operates most of the time. And then he just hasn't been that good, period, whether he's facing a good defense or not. So this felt like a bad situation.
Oh, my goodness. I think he's the best corner in the league this year.
Unbelievable.
And he's playing slot corner.
He can do whatever you need. You want him outside? Not
hey, Mama, how you been?
I think to me that's a testament to not only him being such a talented player, but a team player too.
I'm okay.
He was an awesome outside corner, and when they acquired Marcus Peters and kicked him inside,
it depends, but you know, usually most days I am.
Watch out.
Got him.
Oh, God.
Wow.
What? Do you want me to be honest, or do you want me to lie to you?
Marcus Peters acquisition, within the last calendar year, Eric DeCosta has brought in Marcus Peters, Calais Campbell, and Yannick Ngakoue without giving up a draft pick higher than a
what if it's
third.
what you want to
Talk about being good at your job.
Yeah,
I mean, roster building are us.
Yep, and they're built to win it this year.
Yeah.
When you're looking for a blueprint in terms of building an organization, I don't know if there's one better than that Ravens front office, and it's been that way since
Totally. And then if you've got one team that's on the forefront of incorporating analytics, it's of course them. So they're good at identifying talent just from a football standpoint, and then they work in all of those types of things.
And you have to wonder how much that went into their decision to draft Lamar Jackson when they did, because had he not been drafted by Baltimore, probably would have fallen quite a bit in the draft. And
come pick me up for the weekend sometime.
These quarterbacks that are multi-dimensional are much more plentiful than they have been in the past.
By the way, guys, talk about a tale of two teams in this game. Joe Burrow has 21 pass attempts already, with 3 starters down in the O-line, with 14 completions. Ryan Tannehill has 8, with 4 completions. And T. Higgins already has 7 targets, 5 grabs for 71.
Oh, tell him to buy my car.
Unbelievable. Meanwhile, A.J. Brown has 1 target and 0 catches.
Tell him to buy my car.
So they're going to be looking at 3rd and about half a yard coming up. Let's see what the spot is. Of course,
buy a different one.
Yeah, so he's thrown 21 times. Derrick Henry's already run 12 times for Tennessee.
Well, that's usually the plan, isn't it? Right.
And T. Higgins, what a waiver wire pickup.
I guess, whatever.
He's been incredible. Who'd have thunk it with A.J. Green there and certainly Tyler Boyd and Mixon and Gio.
You buy my car.
They don't have a great tight end. They lost C.J. Uzoma, but man. Look at
Gio slipping into the end zone. Nice run.
Oh, so come pick me up in your fancy new car.
Ryan left this game with an injury as well.
Well, that's probably good for fantasy teams because I'm assuming a lot more people had Gio than Samaje.
Yeah, no doubt. In fact, to name drop a moment ago, about 35 minutes ago, I told you
come on, you know how I am. It's always a last-minute thing.
Really? Did you just say not to name drop?
But I will. But I will.
It's like not to pat myself on the back.
Love you, Mama.
But I will.
2 hands.
You told me don't ever name drop.
Hey, did anyone start Naeem Hines today in fantasy? Because if you did, that is paying off beautifully for you. This guy has 2 catches, and they're both touchdowns. He is the Colts' leading receiver right now, 51 yards. What the heck? You guys, that's so hard. He has to have a gymnastics background. You don't just throw a full twist.
Right. Full.
Goodness gracious. Extra point there, by the way, was no good. So it's a 20-7 Indy lead. And you guys, that is another interception of Jared Goff by this Miami defense. That is 4th row. They have been up in Goff's grill all game long. There's so much pressure on him.
You guys want to adjust on your commentary going up against my thought that they want to limit Jared Goff? I mean, this is frightening right now.
Yeah, Jared Goff, 8 of 20 for 82 yards and 2 interceptions. His passer rating today, 12.9.
That's not good.
That is so bad.
Man.
What's going on with the Rams? Let's not forget, and this is going to be the talk in LA, I'm sure, if things keep going in this direction, is, well, this is what happens when you change out 3 coordinators in one offseason. New special teams coordinator, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator.
I just feel like they're trying to be a little too fancy. They're week to week a little bit more than we're used to with the matchups and their personnel.
Real quick, and then I want to talk about this Raiders-Browns game that we're looking at here, though. But that move to Tua Tagovailoa, with that defense playing as well as they are in Miami, when they were just trailing by 1 game in the AFC East, that is a winnable division, and I wonder if that change here is going to be something that they end up regretting. Because if you're in close games and your defense is keeping you in them, and you're in a close division,
right? And
your defense is playing well, I don't know that Ryan Fitzpatrick isn't the guy that you want under center to win those games.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I think when we look, let's just fast forward 7, 8, 9 games. As we near the end of the season, there's going to be no regret about playing Tua.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. No.
I mean, in the long run, obviously, you want to get Tua some reps. He's your guy. He's going to get better faster if you just play him. But if you're in a close division where nobody stands out as a particularly good team, just get to the playoffs. I mean, you're not going to go to the Super Bowl this year if you're the Miami Dolphins.
Right, though.
If you have an opportunity
Bro,
to
you
go
don't even want to know my
close,
password, how stupid it is, so I know it is.
Costs you a couple of games.
Could be tough.
Well, playing Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to cost you a couple of games eventually, right? Realistically, when you think of the way his career has gone and
that's a fair point.
He's going to have those blow-up games.
No, man. He knew it was Mom. That's why he did
Missed a
it.
field goal earlier here, 41-yarder, because the win, that one.
No, what the fuck? No, tonight? No, you can't do that. That's illegal.
That game is disgusting, by the way. Derek Carr's got 56 yards passing. Baker Mayfield's got 38.
Just 2 seconds on the clock here.
That's illegal. You can't eat
They're
it.
going to try to get on the board again here. with a field goal.
You guys are undefeated. If they kick this one, this will be the most points they've scored.
No, say move your damn card.
Sergio Castillo in your fantasy.
Is that Mason's girlfriend? No, I'm just playing. I know it's
can feel good about that.
You might as well. At the end of the half. I mean, not a lot happened, but that's KC DST coming through for you right there.
Oh man,
A little +2.
I feel so bad for anybody that has a Jets player on their fantasy team. How about
I feel bad for the Jets players.
Can we throw the ball if you're the Lions? I have Matthew Stafford in my fantasy lineup. Let's throw the ball. Come on.
This is a problem when you're trusting in a Matt Patricia, team. Yeah. They don't want to throw the ball. Now, they want to run it. I will say, we'll finally see perhaps what can T.J. Hockenson do. Granted, he's not doing much, but T.J. Hockenson may get 10 targets.
This can't be real what I'm seeing right now from the Miami Rams game that we're going to update.
It is.
A hint, there's more to come.
And I'm more sick by the fact that there are people in this room that have the Miami defense in their lineup.
$100 left. Oh
gosh.
You know what's funny, John? I actually build backwards. I pick my defense first.
Always?
Always.
Just because then you know what you have to work with, so you
exactly.
So you generally go cheap on defense?
Yeah, always.
Stafford,
got to do it. Here comes Hockenson.
All right,
the Hawk. Here we go. It's the Hawk.
To go here. There we go.
They may actually throw the ball early in games after this. Oh, now field goal's coming though.
No, we have time to run a play.
Nope. It's Matt Patricia. We're not getting aggressive. Let's go.
That's unbelievable.
Kick that field goal.
You have 5 seconds, man. Run something quick.
Well, you've got that pencil in the ear.
The pencil, bro.
It always worries me that there's some interference there with the brain waves. You never know.
He's so smart. This helps.
Except for us competing against you with your Lions staff.
I'll be honest, it's so.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me with that? Oh, yikes.
Come on. You alluded to the Dolphins' defensive success. Yes, they have another turnover. That is a fumble. Yep, Shaq Lawson knocking the ball loose. Kyle Van Noy picking it up.
It is not.
Not a touchdown, but it does get them to the 1, and one play later, it will be a touchdown. Miles Gaskin punching it in.
From 1 yard out.
And we have a 28-7 lead for the Rams.
What is this?
You guys have 4 turnovers for Jared Goff.
This is just to put this into perspective.
So I put the code on.
In Lindsey Rhodes' fantasy lineup that I'm looking at right now, the Dolphins' defense is responsible for exactly 1/3 of the points. Interception here at Baltimore. What a great play.
It's brutal. So off. By the way, so I just want to hit that real quick, but the Dolphins got 28 points, and Tua's got 34 yards passing. That is ideal. That's ideal.
And Jared Goff has as many turnovers in this game as his leading receiver has catches.
Oh, that one looks like it might not be a pick, huh? I think that one bounced off the ground. I don't know. We'll see about control.
It bounce off the ground because it can touch the ground.
Right, it can. He's got to have control.
You know what is infuriating? Because I'm doing every bit of analysis on Hollywood Brown stating the man has got massive usage, air yard share, target share, you name it, right?
Yep.
He's the guy.
Yep.
Does not have a target in this game.
How does he not have a target in this game? How does that make any sense to you?
How does Lamar regress throwing the football as much as he has from last year this year? I don't understand. How do we pinpoint that?
Yeah, I mean, as a thrower, he's you know what, Dan? No, here's the thing, Dan. I actually don't think he's regressed that much. I think the offense has regressed overall, but Lamar's actually been okay. I think the running game has been
not nearly as strong as it was last year. And defenses, I'll say this, defenses are stacking the box at an unbelievably high rate against the Ravens.
Yeah. Well, I think, too, ball location has been off on Lamar. Last year,